Let's make my terrarium light smart. Remember the old LED control board?
The plan for this is to hijack the existing control board. Right now, to turn on the LEDs, we press this push button, and to turn it off, it's the same input, which makes things a little bit complicated because while we can send that signal from the control board, we don't really have a way to know if we're turning it on versus off. So we'll need to be able to send something to this control board to turn it on and off, but also need to be able to read something out, as in the power to tell if it's turned on or off. I don't really care about the brightness adjustment for this purpose, so I'm just going to ignore that. To control all of this, I'm going to use an ESP2866 because it's capable of running something called ESP Home. I run all of my smart devices off of Home Assistant, and ESP Home is just a way of easily controlling microcontrollers like this and making it easy to connect them back to Home Assistant. So how this is going to work, the microcontroller will be able to send output signal to the power button to basically emulate what we're doing by clicking the power button, but it will also be able to read the power from the board back in to tell if it's on or off. The microcontroller has Wi-Fi, so it'll be able to communicate if it's just powered on. One slight problem, the input power, while the microcontroller I'm using is on a board that accepts 5 volts for power, I cannot use that same 5 volts to read data in, so I can't use the 5 volts that's being used for the LEDs to tell if it's on. I have to map it down because otherwise we risk damaging the board. So to do that, I'm just using a voltage divider. Just means that we can take this 5 volts and push it down to 3.3 volts, which is what the microcontroller expects to be able to read on or off. Okay, so I loaded ESP Home on here. Surprisingly easy and did not take me the whole day. Let's see if I can get this working. So I got everything hooked up. See if we can do anything. Oh, that's perfect. So I'm just clicking and it's working.
From there, it was a matter of modifying my existing design, soldering up all the electronics on this prototyping board since it's a one-off project, and then assembling everything. This new design pretty much just grafts a box onto the existing design.
Hey Google, turn on the terrarium.
Okay, turning terrarium power switch on.